KCCI investigates where Iowa voters landed on EMS referendums. Voters in 7 Iowa counties approved a ballot measure to increase funding for countywide emergency medical services on Tuesday.
Another 5 voted down their referendums. That includes Guthrie County.
Now, we told you about one woman's push to expand EMS services in the county after her husband died from a stroke. The measure failed by 6 percentage points. KCCI's Ophelia Jacobson joins us now with what this means for the future in Guthrie County.
Yeah, Stacy and Ben, these 5 Iowa counties, Buchanan, Floyd, Guthrie, Page, and Taylor, will have to start all over again if they want to fund EMS as an essential service. Voters in Guthrie County tell me they're disappointed, but county officials say their work to improve services is far from over.
In the city of Panora, Main Street is being transformed. Christmas decorations are out and change is in the air. But some voters in Guthrie County,
well, I was a little bit surprised.
Were hoping for a different kind of change.
I really thought that the number of people in the county would support it.
Carla Brisley was one of more than 3,000 people who voted yes on a ballot measure to fund countywide emergency medical services. The tax referendum failed with just under 54% voting yes. It needed 60% approval to pass.
Disappointed.
Panora EMS Director John DeLaverne says he was confident the measure was going to pass. The tax levy would have raised in upwards of $800,000 a year. The department was one of 3 that would have gotten a cut of that money.
It may just be reaching out more, have more meetings, try and get the word out sooner and everything.
DeLaverne says now they'll need to reevaluate their services. He says he doesn't know if they'll still be able to cover 80% of the county like they do right now.
I really hope that we don't have to do any drastic cuts as a result. I'm not sure at this point what our options are.
He hopes they'll get another shot at securing more funding.
I would hope that they are still behind us and would like to see this go forward.
Are you willing to go through that process again?
Yeah, I am willing to go through that process again, yes.
County Supervisor Mike Dixon voted against the ballot measure, but he says the conversation around EMS is important and it isn't over.
I would hope there'd be a better plan to cover faster response times to the western part of the county. Also, I would hope that there would be agreements in place before it would go to a public vote.
For it to go to a public vote again, the process has to start all over. The Board of Supervisors has to pass another resolution declaring EMS an essential service. A new advisory committee has to be formed, and then it can be on the ballot.
It's still an issue that we need to resolve.
Brisley says that change can't come soon enough.
Well, I hope they try it again. I think there's definitely a need here. And as there is in all of Iowa, to reach all the rural people.
And both the county supervisor and EMS director I spoke to tell me in a perfect world, they just want the state to declare EMS as an essential service across Iowa. Both hope the legislature will take some sort of action this session. Now, I reached out to the Iowa EMS Association to see if they would support a statewide approach. In a statement made to KCCI, President Andy Nye says in part, quote, they believe it is too early to comment on why some counties' EMS levy proposed failed, and that, quote, there isn't a one-size-fits-all approach to funding EMS systems. IEMSA led the effort to get the piece of legislation passed in 2021. Stacy?
Oh, I'd love to see that service extended to as many people as possible. It's so important. Ophelia, thank you. In Iowa, by the way, EMS is not considered an essential service, so there is no guarantee or requirement that an ambulance will show up when somebody dials 911. KCCI Investigates has done extensive research on this topic. You can find more of our stories on our website, kcci.com.